Hi, Alyssa from Meatless Makeovers, and today we're switching things up because although Steve does pretty much all of the cooking in our household, this recipe is actually easy enough for even me. So today we're gonna make easy vegan Castelvetrano Tapenade. We're big fans of olives, and Castelvetrano olives are our favorites, so that's what we're using as the base for this tapenade. Additionally, you don't need a lot of ingredients. You just need some fresh parsley, the juice of 1 lemon, some capers, they add great salt, then 3 cloves of garlic, some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That's one tip I would say, just be sure that you get high quality extra virgin olive oil because it really does make a difference, you can tell. And then an optional ingredient if you like a little bit of spice, and that's some crushed red pepper flake. So that's what you're gonna need, along with a couple of tools, which would be a food processor. Although you can use a blender, that's perfectly fine too. We actually like the food processor better because it just allows for a little more control. So we can leave it a little chunky, which is how we like this tapenade. Additionally, you're gonna need a citrus juicer and a knife. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, we're gonna go ahead and add our Castelvetrano olives to the food processor. Everything just goes right in. So then I'm gonna add the fresh parsley, about 1/4 cup. It can actually just chop off the stems a little, but the stems are fine in there too. So there's your fresh parsley. It just gives it a little bit of nice freshness to the tapenade. Next, some garlic. And that of course just adds a little bit of spiciness to it, that great garlic flavor. So you don't need to worry about crushing the garlic at all. And see, this is where I'm gonna be honest, I really am spoiled because Steve normally does most of this stuff. But once you're adding your garlic, you just need to take off the outer skin, and you can leave the cloves whole. You don't need to mince them or chop them up at all. So that's one great thing about using a food processor. It does all of it for you. So once you have your garlic, that's one thing I guess I will say too. You don't need, we like it extra with a lot of garlic in there. So if you want, you can use less. As you kind of go, just kind of see what your taste buds say. You can definitely use less if desired. This recipe really is flexible. It's versatile. You can switch it up according to your own taste and preference. So there's our garlic. That was a big one. Yeah, I think I'll do one more. So to talk a little bit about tapenade, it is a great condiment. Typically, it's not vegan. Usually anchovies are used in it. This one, of course, does not have that. It just has just veggies. So it is vegan, plant-based, which is great for the beginning of Veganuary. Next, I'm gonna add in, let's see, we'll do our capers next. About 1/4 cup. And then juice your lemon. The great thing about using a citrus juicer, sorry, is you don't have to worry about, as you do it right in, you don't have to worry about accidentally dropping a seed in there, which, no, I've never done that. Or just once or twice. So there's half our lemon, and we're gonna use the juice of 1 whole lemon. So here's our other half. Again, luckily I'm not seeing any seeds yet, so we're good to go. All right, so there's our lemon, and it is nice to also have a little bowl now that's from our olives, but I'm gonna put some of our extra ingredients in there. So at least try to keep things a little bit cleaner as we go, although that's usually my job as Steve's cooking, I'm not gonna lie. So once you have all of those ingredients, you can add in the red pepper flake if you plan on using it. It just adds a nice little spice. And then the olive oil, you can either decide, you can either add it now or you can drizzle it as you go. For this, I actually like to drizzle it in because then, again, I can see kind of the consistency, if it needs more or less oil. It gives just a little bit of flexibility. and it doesn't have to be too oily. So go ahead and then start to pulse it. That way, again, you can decide when it's the right consistency. All right. That looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna add in some of that oil. So I'm just gonna drizzle some in. We'll start with just about half of it. One thing you might want to do is also have a spatula handy, because as you can see with the food processor, sometimes you got to scrape down the sides. Just make sure everything's getting blended in there. So, oh, this smells so good. Extra salty. So I have to say, honestly, in the past, I wasn't always the biggest fan of olives. In fact, my mom used to order a ham and black olive pizza that still gives me nightmares to this day. But as I grew up a little bit and got a little older, it's honestly one of my favorite things now, and that's after trying different kinds. Castelvetranos are my all-time favorite. So let's keep going. Oh, yep, I think it needs a little more oil in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest there. There's 1/4 cup, so not too much oil. And then you will have a lot of servings out of this too, so. Oh, this looks great. I think I'll do one last scrape down to the sides, and then I think we're gonna be good to go. So the reason we like Castelvetrano olives so much is really because of their texture. They're so nice and firm, which is great. Kind of like a nice meaty texture. And also they have a really mild flavor, so that's one of the other reasons why we love them so much. They're great for tapenade. They're also great in a martini. All right. Oh, this looks great. And I think now I'll go ahead and put it into a bowl here. If I got a little bit of extra parsley there, but every once in a while, if there's a larger chunk of parsley, that's okay too. So you can serve this tapenade either with crackers, on toasted bread, baguette, delicious. Or I also honestly like to drizzle a little bit, scoop a little bit onto my salads. Again, it just adds a little bit of salt, and it's so tasty. So there it is, our easy vegan Castelvetrano Tapenade. And now is the true test. I think we probably need someone else to taste it to make sure that they agree that this is also delish. So, hey Steve, you wanna come here for a sec? Mm-hmm. I have something I would like you to taste. Come on in. Only a little bit of a mess. So.
That looks great.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
So, Castelvetrano Tapenade.
Yum.
And here are some crackers. These are gluten-free, so you can do it.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Yep. Yeah, I would use a spoon.
Oh.
That's why it's there.
Sorry.
Did you get enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm. That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
The lemon juice just brightens everything right up. Mm-hmm. And all those deep flavors of the olives.
Yep.
Delicious.
Yeah, and wow. Again, that saltiness, amazing. And I also really can taste the difference of the olive oil. So again, try to use something that maybe a little top shelf, something like that. So that's it though, and you have an easy condiment. Only, as you can see, takes a few minutes. And then you can store this in your refrigerator, just in an airtight container, and keep it in there for a couple weeks, even a few weeks. If you want it to last a little bit longer, one tip I would say is you can also drizzle a little bit of extra olive oil on top, and that just kind of prolongs the shelf life a little bit longer too.
But I think it's gonna go pretty fast in this.
Oh yeah, we never have a problem going through it. So, all right, well, thank you so much, and hope you have a great day. Hope you like it as much as we do.